Up guys, Ben Carlisle here from CB Fitness. I'm just doing a quick video today because I wanted to talk about a subject that I get asked about quite a lot and I see people talk about it on Facebook and social media. It's basically something I feel quite deeply strong about and I want to get my opinion across. It's basically, as you can see in the description, it's why PT should be in shape. Let's go. Right, so the first thing I want to talk about is why I became a PT and the reasons behind that. I started off around a year or so ago when I saw the qualifications advertised at my local gym. So it was something I was really interested in doing. I've been training myself for around 4 years. You can see our videos, we've been doing lots of them, training type videos, and it's just a career path I was really interested in taking along. So I took my qualifications and I've been training people now for just over a year, and I'm just really enthusiastic about teaching and driving other people, just passing my knowledge on. Yep. So when you see people that are out of shape as a PT, it does annoy me quite a lot because I pride myself in being really in shape. I want to make sure and set the example for most people. If I see someone who's out of shape, I'm thinking, and they're training other people, I'm thinking, why is that client with them? It just, that thought process goes through my head. I don't know if it goes through other people's heads, but I just think, if that guy's training that person, what have they got to offer? You look at that person and you're thinking, yeah, I can give you fitness advice, I can train you and make you good, and the only thing that comes through my head is when that other person is thinking, well, if you know how to get in shape, how come you're not in shape yourself? It's just such a contradicting argument. It's just so silly. It's like getting health advice, someone saying, oh, you shouldn't smoke, smoking's bad for you, and they smoke themselves. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Imagine if you were a client yourself and you were getting trained by someone and they're telling you every day what to eat, what to train, all these things, and then you look at themselves and then you just see them just doing the exact opposite, and you just see their drive. If you want to get trained by someone, you need to get trained by someone who matches your drive, who has that ambition to get better, because if they don't have that ambition to get better themselves, how are they going to motivate you to get better? So that is very important. And some people do have different mindsets. Some people just think, I know the knowledge, I know all the stuff, but they just don't have that inner drive to improve themselves and get them better themselves, but they can pass it on to the people. But if you don't have that inner drive yourself, then it's very, very unlikely that you're going to be able to drive other people and motivate yourself, because it's just not there. In my opinion, best way to be a PT is you've gone through what the client's gone through themselves, you've been out of shape, you've motivated yourself, you've got better, you've improved your shape, and then you pass that knowledge on to other people. It might seem that I'm kind of bashing PTs here for not being in shape. I mean, most PTs are in shape, it's just quite a few are not in shape. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect them or anything, because they might have more knowledge about how to get in shape. They might know certain muscle types and training types that are more beneficial. But if you were in a situation where you looked at me and you looked at someone who's out of shape, I don't see why you should go with me every single time, because I know firsthand how to get in shape. Books are everything, but it can't replace the actual drive and motivation. You can't learn that. It's something that cannot be taught. You cannot teach the drive and motivation to get in shape. It has to be learned. You have to have that inner belief and feeling to get in shape. And as people in shape tend to have that drive, that motivation to get in shape, because you can see in the results that they've done it. And the people who are not in shape don't have that motivation and drive to better themselves. They may have motivation and drive to better themselves in other areas, but in the area that matters is getting in shape, they don't have that drive. So why would you go to someone who doesn't have that drive to get you in shape? You'd go to someone who is in shape, who knows what they're doing and can pass that knowledge on to you. Other thing that really quite frustrates me as well is when a client is with the same PT for years and years. Maybe it's because they like training with them. I mean, if that's the case, then I'm sorry, but that's fine. But if you see a client with a PT and that client has stayed in the same pretty much shape for a year or so, then I'm sorry, but there's something wrong with PT's doing. I mean, the PT must be just talking to them, not pushing them hard enough, and not just kind of like taking the client for a bit of a ride, to be honest. They're just taking the money from every week, they're training them, they're having a good laugh, they do that hour, and then it's the outside of the hour A lot of things that I want to do as a PT is where we offer as a channel. We offer the training advice, we also watch the lifestyle advice, and also mentally is a massive thing about being a PT. You need to mentally be able to get into your clients' heads, to be able to change the mindset, because if they don't have the same mindset of getting in shape as you want them to have, then they're just not going to improve. They will slowly just drop off, and then suddenly you just get none of them off it. I mean, as a PT, it's hard to have complete control. You can't control all aspects of your clients' lives, because sometimes they'd only see you for an hour, maybe once a week. But if you offer this services of training them and also doing the diets and keeping on track of them and keeping all of them on track all the time, then you're going to get miles better results. It's going to look miles better for yourself. And you look at the PTs and think, wow, look at this guy, he's got me from this point to this point. I'm a massive believer in practice what you preach. I believe strongly that if you are a PT, you should also train and work at whatever profession you're teaching. If you're trying to teach an area that you don't fully understand yourself and don't train yourself, then you're not going to get the right results for your clients. And also could be dangerous, as you could lead in injuries. In myself, my current regime, I go to the gym 6 times a week with Matty. We train all the time. We do split routines sometimes. We do single body parts sometimes. We keep our diet on track 80% of the time. We've got to that point now where we've trained for so long that it's just bred into how we are. It's just how we train, and we wanted to improve ourselves. And I think that's the best example of being a PT, is that you train and do everything that you can to make yourself better, and then you can pass that on to your clients as well, because they're looking at you and thinking, I'm paying for your services, you should know what you're doing. I want to know that I can trust you and to get me in shape and change my life around, because that's pretty much it. It is a life-changing thing. There's the amount of times I've had people come up to me and saying, I'm out of shape, I feel horrible, and best satisfaction as a PT is when you put all that work into your client and then they turn around and just say, thank you, you've just changed my life around. You've made me lose weight, you've pushed me through it all. And my response most of the time is, it's not me, it's you. They're the ones who go through all the work, you're the ones who just give them the push. But if you can't push them, then they're not going to make the changes. If you're just not very motivated to change people, then they're not going to change. It's simple as that. So that sums up the video there. I've talked about quite a few subjects there. If there's anything that you have any questions about, or any feel that I've missed out, leave in the comments below, send me an email. I'll have everything in the description below. But basically that's just my thoughts on why PTs should be in shape. It's not a massive rant at PTs who are not in shape, it's just my thoughts. That's anything else. Things that come up in the channel, we've got some more discussion videos that I will be doing, just talking about any subjects. If there's any subjects that you want me to discuss or any questions you have, I'll leave an email in below, or also leave a comment. We'll look at all the comments and get back to you. If you're interested in training for myself, I do training and online coaching plans. I do diet plans, training plans for people, also the online coaching where I'll help you with anything else. And also we'll have more videos on the channel coming up in the next few weeks. I have more training videos and a lot more content for you guys, because I really want to make a big push on this YouTube channel now. We've had stints where we've done a lot of videos and then we've gone cut off a while, and we really want to help improve and get people better, because that's the main motivation for you. So thanks very much and peace.